Hey guys, welcome back to Little Piece of Heaven Farm. As you can see, we're all done doing an RV trip for the year. We just got back and a couple days ago. So we'll probably get this winterized and get it put away for the winter. I don't think we're going on any more trips this year, but yeah, we'll go ahead and get that winterized and get it put away for the winter and start up again in May. And well, since I've been back, I've already went and got some firewood off my property from all the down limbs and branches and whatnot from the past year's winter storms. This is what I got cut up so far. So this amount of firewood here should last us about 3 months. We typically don't start until about mid-October to first week of November before we start burning and all. This should last us through January. That all depends on the weather, how cold it gets. And we don't always burn all day long, because usually burn in the morning just to get the chill out of the air and let the fire die out, and then probably start up again in the evening. It all depends on the weather. So next up that I'm going to be doing, let me take you around here and start working on this porch that I got to build. I've already did a couple of videos on it. So as you can tell, it's already rained. This rained one day when we were gone, and you see that it's still holding moisture because it's not all that warm out here anymore. I mean, it may get up to 80s, but it takes all day for it to get that high. So it's mainly pretty cool most of the time. And it rained pretty good too. So anyway, I'm gonna get some rock to put in here, so that way it won't be muddy when I'm working on this patio, with a covered patio. I'm gonna extend this roof all over and wrap it around to that one. So yeah, get rock in here, and then you won't have to worry about getting no muddy while you're working on it. situation because I'm sure it's going to rain before I get this all done. I'll be walking around in the mud. And yeah, it does drain this way. So once the patio's all built and covered up with the roof, water shouldn't be any water getting in there to begin with, but if water somehow gets in there, it'll drain out this way. Of course, all this dirt mound here I got will be removed. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna get a dimension here, 1.5 inches down. That'll be my 2x6 decking that will go right underneath this sill plate. And then I'm gonna measure 5.5 inches down, and that'll be the bottom of this floor joist. And then I'm gonna tack this on there so I could rest that floor joist on here. And then I'm gonna measure out to that concrete pad right there. And I'm gonna slope that down maybe 1/4 inch. So if I were to wash the deck, the water should drain that way. If any water happens to get onto the deck, but don't see how, it's going to have a roof on it, it'll drain out that way, away from the house. So okay, let's go ahead and get these marked and measure this out, and also that will give me the height of my steps, concrete steps I got to put right there for footing for my post. Measures about 6 inches. So if I want to have the water go down this way, away from the house, I'm going to have it, so it'll be like 5 3/4 inches. Yeah, for the steps of that patio, I got some blocks right here that I'm going to use as the step, and then fill the voids up with some concrete. Those are the blocks I'm going to use. I've already got 3 of them on board. I may need 1 more, but I'm going to start off with 3. Okay, I got 3 of them laid out. I think I'm going to get 2 more, put 1 at each end, and then form it up, put a little bit of rock on the inside, get some concrete mixed up and fill that up with concrete. Right, got all my blocks installed. Now let's put a form here at the end. Put a little bit of rock inside, a little bit of dirt around here, backfill it, and then fill that up with some concrete. be. I'll let that sit there for a few days before I attach the post to it. But I'll take the forms off either later on this evening or first thing in the morning. Well, that'll do it for this update here on this porch build. And thanks for stopping by and checking out this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.